Pro-Russian rebels say they've reached an agreement with government forces to set up a humanitarian corridor to allow civilians to leave a key railway hub. The city of Debaltseve has been at the center of recent fighting. Thousands of people have already been forced to leave, and many more are seeking refuge in bomb shelters. Now, that agreement and that human corridor coming just ahead of an urgent high-level round of peace talks scheduled for today in Moscow. German Chancellor Angela Merkel and the French President François Hollande are there to meet with Vladimir Putin today, and our senior correspondent Susan Ormiston already there this morning.
This is a surprise summit. The leaders of France and Germany arriving here later today to meet with President Vladimir Putin. They are coming with some kind of a peace plan negotiated in Europe and overseen last night by Ukraine's President Poroshenko. But the Prime Minister of Ukraine is a bit worried that this could be a Kremlin strategy to divide Europe from the U.S. The U.S. is not invited, and neither is Ukraine. And Prime Minister Yatsenyuk said last night that the free world has to stand together behind Ukraine. He fears a split now. But we don't know a lot about the plan, what it might entail, but likely some kind of a new ceasefire, conditions for that. It may include new boundaries, because since the last ceasefire in September, the rebels have taken over hundreds of more kilometers of ground. So that may be something that's quite contentious. Also troubling is who will control that area. We don't expect that there will be a major peace plan to come out of this. There's lots of negotiations to come. What Europe is trying to do is avoid the prospect of the U.S. arming Ukraine's military. They don't want that, so they're trying diplomacy one last time, perhaps. Already some dividends, though, of the peace talks. In the Ukrainian city of Debaltseve this morning, a temporary truce to allow convoys from both sides to come in and rescue residents who had been trapped by the fighting. So that's some good news en route to this peace meeting. Susan Ormiston, CBC News, Moscow.